man, I'm sorry. I love you guys.
We love you too.
Oh God. We begin with that.
You're
Great.
fine. There's nothing wrong here.
Bless
Everything's
It's
fine.
Man, I muted myself and you still heard it.
Because I'm not muted, darling.
Well, so is your...
Yeah, okay, anyway. So last time on the Fallen Returns, you guys entered the Temple of the First Light, which was absolutely gorgeous and no one had seen in like forever, except for the couple people who come down here to keep it looking that way. So you guys went to the hallways to the left and right, finding one to be a sanctuary dedicated to those who died during... Baby, could you please stop messing with that?
Oh, did you hear that? I apologize.
Yes, we can hear it.
Fidget.
Fidget. Sorry.
Need to get you a spinner. You guys found the sanctuary that was dedicated to all those who lost their lives in the First War, which saw Balamon cast down and sealed. You guys then went to the right and found that it was housed a reliquary, which inside were the ashes of an unknown hero with prayer beads that belonged to someone who worshipped Sarenrae.
Belonged being the key word.
What?
You took the fucking prayer beads.
I didn't know so. Yeah, I did.
No, you did. I don't know that.
So you guys then turn around and notice that, oh shit, someone turned out the lights. It just turned out to be Balberith, which you guys decided to like engage him in kind of half conversation where he's like, you know, I'm just wondering if you could do what the Lightbringers could not, and you know, actually deal with Balamon without making a pact. And he insinuated that the Lightbringers made a pact with him to seal Balamon away. And kind of was just, you know, generally a smarmy asshole before disappearing. And you guys are like, the fuck.
Schmarmy. That's a great word.
So you guys went, you know what, we're just gonna keep going now. And you guys made it to the gate where you heard that you were going to undertake the trials of the Lightbringers in order to see if you were worthy enough to descend to the lowest part of the temple, to the sepulchre of Balamon, or the sepulchre of the fallen, to see about dealing with Balamon. But before you guys decided to try to talk, if you were just going to reinforce the seal or if you were going to take him down once and for all and end the cycle. So you guys entered in and started the long, curving hallways down and found that there were archways sort of spaced in these hallways, and 4 of them had been utterly destroyed by Demorial in her attempt to force her way down to the very bottom of it. Eventually, you guys found one that seemed to be intact, where the professor activated True Sight and managed to see the light version of the shadows of those who came before. And one by one, you guys went through, leaving poor Rael to stand there going, is this a good... Okay, never mind. Decision was made. And you guys, one by one, entered the archway where y'all disappeared. And that's where we're starting off. As you guys have entered the archway and have sort of... You all can see each other at the moment. One by one, you see each other sort of entering through as you turn around and see there is nothing here but light. It is absolutely brilliant in here. Reminds you of those moments where Talmar uses Divine Smite or Coronarail call upon this sort of radiant holy healing. And it's sort of all-consuming. And as you guys look to one another, as in trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here, the light grows so intense that you lose sight of one another. And then all of a sudden, it's as if you are plunged into darkness. And you cannot hear, you cannot see, you cannot feel. It is as if you are in a void. And no matter how much you try to reach out, your fingers don't catch anything. You try to see if your feet can find purchase, and there's nothing. It's if
what happens if I touch my face?
You can feel your face, but if you feel out anything beyond you, it's like you are being held in this sort of neutral void. It's not hot, it's not cold, it just is. If you call out and scream, your voice doesn't echo, you hear nothing.
Well, this is disconcerting.
Fascinating.
As you guys enter the trials of the Lightbringers.
And a white room. Sorry.
Is that song going? Yes.
I don't know. It is a
I hear some
chance,
stuff.
a decision.
This is fine.
No, this is absolutely not fine. I don't know if I can hear you, but I'm just saying that out loud to myself. This is not fine.
Aaron Deer.
No.
The temple is gone as you turn to see nothing. And then as you blink,
Go lay down.
the familiar forest of Shaolin take its place. The scent of rain, cleaned air, and wet earth greets you as you feel your feet take practice steps down a well-worn deer path. Without thinking, you easily track the path of an animal that has been here recently. Dropping down into a hunter's stance, you begin to follow the trail towards your quarry. The leaves rustle as wind softly sings through the branches. Bits of sun break through the clouds and boughs to light your way. You come upon a glade where you see that your quarry has gone. And in the middle, you see a familiar sight that stills the breath in your chest. Your mother. Darkness drips from her eyes and nose and mouth. Wordlessly, she wails and moans, clawing at the dirt, and her face turns to you as if she has heard your approach. You feel your hands twitch. One towards your bow on your back, the other seems to glow with the innate magic that you carry as a ranger. A voice, ageless and unfathomably deep, echo around you. Should you fail to stop this corruption, it will spread from here and consume all. What will you do when the fate hangs of the balance? What is one life against many? What will you choose? How do you confront the corruption before you when it takes a familiar form? The choice is yours.
You son of a bitch, first of all.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm gonna need rum.
Wow. I think Arendir, having seen the destruction that this stuff leads to, and just the all-out suffering and pain that can happen, he will still take the shot.
So you decide to take the shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Take the shot! You take your bow and arrow, and as only a seasoned hunter can, you make it as quick and painless as possible, and you watch as it hits home, and there's relief on her face. As you watch the corruption fade and fall, and she crumbles into darkness. And you feel your hands shaking as your heart beats loud in your chest. And you hear a voice that is more familiar to you. It's never easy to choose between life and death when so much rides upon that line. You do what you can and you hope for the best. And as you turn, you see a familiar figure stands beside you. The guardian, though surely he should be enticed. He places a hand on your shoulder and squeezes it tight. Though we started out with humble beginnings, we've been called to higher deeds. Life, death, such things weigh heavily upon us, but even under that weight, you still carry on, strong as the trees in this forest. And you've made a decision that is hard, but right. Sometimes the needs of the many outweigh the needs of few. But remember, when faced with darkness, you carry the light within you.
Arendir is just doing that like tough guy wordless cry. Where it's just tears running down his face, but he's not like actually showing emotion. They're just looking at the Guardian.
And he squeezes your shoulder. And sometimes the darkness takes the form of those we love to trick us into letting it continue.
Arya, I need you to lay down.
Hard decisions and hard choices.
We won't let you down.
You never have. As the scene around you fades into darkness. Corin. Darkness is all you see until your steps carry you to a path you have walked so many times before. Before you is the Dawnwood, home in all its glory. The golden leaves rustle as a crisp breeze flutters through them. The sun is bright and warm, but there is a coldness that you do not remember that settles in your bones. You find yourself racing almost recklessly forward. You pass by people frozen in time as you head to the heart of the Dawnwood, the Temple of Palor, that you and Gamel have worked so hard on. There upon the steps you see the source of the cold, the source of the disquiet. Gregor, Aowen, lives that hang in perilous balance, the weight of a blade holding them both still. Though there is danger, although the danger is unseen, you see the magic around glowing deadly and strong. One choice, one move. You could end a great evil, expunge it from this world. You know it. If he is left to live, he will continue to hunt you down, hunt others down, and hurt so many more in the process, and worse still, you know he will gain what he seeks. That he will bring evil into this world. But in return, you would give up your heart, your soul, your daughter. And a voice, soft, echoes through the woods. Would it be worth it? Innocence and good sacrifice to stop evil. What do you choose when it is laid before you, Corin Gladstone?
If Chris is here.
If Chris is here.
Fucking goddamn mute button. Fucking.
Okay, I'm like, damn, I didn't.
Windows 10 just mutes my microphone for no reason.
Do you need me to repeat anything?
No, I heard all of it. It's not real. I know it's not real. I slowly raise my hand, just saying it's not real, and I shoot a guiding bolt.
At?
Well, if I can't, from what I was picturing, from what your description is, that I can't hit Gregor without hitting Aowen.
You can choose to kill Gregor, but to do so, you will lose Aowen. If you save Aowen, Gregor will get away.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So you're choosing to let Aowen die.
Yes.
All right. Your choice is made. Connor.
Oh no!
First, good to know. The temple fades away in a blink of an eye. A small mountain town fills your vision. Cold air whispers around you, carrying the scent of spring wildflowers as you look at your old home. No one seems to be around as silence settles about you. It feels at once both home and not, as you notice every detail you remember. Before you can move down the empty streets, you feel a familiar feeling hand slip into your own. And you see a woman you have not laid eyes upon in so very, very long. Her beautiful face is dappled in the early morning sun as it passes through the leaves, and she looks up at you, a mixture of sadness and love upon it. You watch as a young girl comes up and hugs your leg, her face upturned, happy to see you, as your wife's voice whispers in your ear as she holds you close. You've done enough. Let the others shoulder this load. You can rest. They'll take care of it. Before you answer, your daughter speaks up. Daddy, come with me and Mommy. We can be together again. When faced with a long fight ahead, you are offered a reprieve. What is your choice, Connor Blackmore?
Connor looks at his family and just... Death, lighter than a feather. Duty, heavier than a mountain. I have one last thing to do. I can't abandon them. I'll be here soon, but I cannot leave them to make this fight alone. I'm so sorry, and I turn my back and walk away.
As you walk away, you notice that before you is a worn, tired-looking dwarf wearing no armor, but a pair of gauntlets that look utterly familiar to you. His voice is rough and deep, but very kind. It's hard to keep pushing yourself forward, always fighting. It takes true strength to pick yourself back up and go again. But they need us too. We're the unshakable earth beneath their feet. When victory is needed, we're the ones to push it forward. We will shatter evil where it stands and make way for the light to shine. And when it shines, then we will rest. It's who we are.
We are the tip of the spear, the unbreakable shield. And we will not rest until this is over.
Professor.
Yes.
It's dark in here. The silence of the hallway is shattered by a ticking clock, ever growing louder around you. You try to walk forward, at least you know you're walking, but the scenery doesn't change until it does, and all at once everything comes into focus around you. And you realize you're back at your office at the Greenbrier Collective. It's familiar, it's yours, and it's so far, far away from all the fighting. And for a moment you let your shoulders rest as the familiar sights, sounds, and smells of your office come in. And you smell tea, your favorite, being brewed in the corner. And then you realize you aren't alone. Behind your desk sits your daughter. Her eyes sparkle in the light here, and a smile plays her lips as she steeples her fingers. Seemingly happy to see you, she almost bounced up. Father, I've been waiting for you. I have a proposition for you. And I've been thinking about this, and I know it'll be difficult, but I think it's for the best. I've been doing searching while you've been fighting, and I found knowledge we thought to have been lost. And I've discovered how we can use it, how we can protect it. But I need your help. Please. Come with me, and we can take this knowledge and we can make the world better. We can protect it. We can set things right. Please.
What knowledge
come
are
with
you...
me.
What are you talking about?
It's knowledge from the ancient empire and beyond, something that's been hidden from us. And I know how to get it, and I just need you to come with me. I understand the others need you for fighting, but they can handle it themselves. This we need. It's power. Power and knowledge beyond measure. We can do more than just kill the hag. We can set the world to right. We can make it better. Please, Father, come with me.
Tiri, power doesn't solve all of our problems.
How many times have you talked about how awful the purge was, how much we lost with it? This is a chance to get it all back. And she holds out her hand to you.
Do you hear
Please.
that? Do you hear that, Tiri? That ticking.
course I do.
There's no time. Sometimes knowledge is lost. We cannot get it back. Time is what's important. Time with the people we love. If I do not go forward, the world will not have time. Time for anyone will not exist.
But Father, you've given so much already. You've lost so much time. And we've been given a chance to have it together. Please, come with me.
Sometimes time is not kind to us. It takes away the things that we want. And we don't get to have that back either. I can't, Tiri. I have to save time for everyone. And I haven't done enough if I'm still alive. And I set fire to my office.
As you watch the fire start to burn, you see the look on your daughter's face fall into heartbrokenness. And then she turns to darkness, crumbles, and falls. And you watch as before you there is a tiefling wizard. He leans against his staff, but he seems to be smiling at you. The cloak he wears, the same that you wear. His gold eyes behold you as he nods and says, "Promises, even made from those we love, can aid the darkness. We must stand strong because time is unforgiving, and we must fight on. There is not enough time.
Never enough time.
For the world, for ourselves, for the light we bring to future generations, we fight on, because there is no time." Telmar. The darkness around you swirls, and you with it. Eventually, as you turn, you see the village of your youth around you. Home, for a time, one destroyed and taken from you. Your heart races as you remember what happened all those years ago. Maybe this time you can save it. Maybe this time you can stop them. Off in the distance, you see sneaking towards your home are the bandits that destroyed everything, took everything from you. You know you can meet them before they even reach the village, and you can kill them, end it, end their reign of terror once and for all. But you know that you could also alert the villagers and save them, give them time to find safety before the bandits arrive. They would lose everything, and the bandits would still be around, but they would be safe. You are very aware of almost this beat, the sound of a ticking clock as time runs out, and you feel your feet start to move. Where do they take you, Tamar? Do you kill the bandits, or do you save the innocents?
I take one look at the bandits, shake my head, turn to the villagers and begin saving them, alerting them. Go into every house, pounding on the door, exclaiming, "Get out! There's bandits coming. I will stop them if you run." Giving them the time, trying to buy the time they need to leave, I will then, after they're alerted, try to take the bandits alone.
The first house you come across is your next door neighbor, an older woman who has seen better days. Most of her children and grandchildren have since left to other cities, but she doted upon you after your father left. And she looks at you almost completely surprised as she nods and says, "Thank you, Talma." And as you turn to go, you see an elvish paladin before you. He bears the shield that you wear. He grins rakishly but cordially, and he clasps your shoulder, his voice deep and soothing. "Sometimes we are given a chance to defeat evil, but sometimes it's also better to save the innocent than let them die in our pursuit of justice. Justice tempered with compassion is better than one hardened with mercilessness. Always remember why we swore an oath. It is to protect the innocent above all."
And they just nod, kind of handshaking, and clasp him on the shoulder as well. And that is why we make the oath. We cannot allow any innocent to suffer. That is for us to do, not for them.
He smiles and nods. Rael,
Indeed.
the darkness around you is almost suffocating, pulling you down, down deeper. You feel as if you are falling forever. Eventually, your feet hit the ground. For a moment, there is nothing but darkness. Until you look down and see a small light, and you cup your hands around it, holding it close to you, and it slowly grows brighter until the path around you comes into focus. Behind you, you see your friends, this wonderful group you have adventured with for so long now, and they have your back as you turn to see before you a winding path into the darkness further ahead. Without thinking, you start to walk forward on the path, knowing that's where you should go. But soon enough, you feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand on edge, and your fight or flight instinct is hit, and you feel the urge to run quickly. But there are creatures of darkness running down this path at you and your friends. Together, all of you run until the path ends. 2 altars are before you, and you know what you must do. You must put this light that's flickering and fading upon one of the altars. One would require your friends to fend off the creatures, perhaps dying in the process while you put the light on the altar. But in doing so, you will cast the darkness back from this world. You will save so many lives doing so. The other altar, you know, will save you and your friends, but it will let the creatures run free, divert them from you and into the world at large. There is so precious little time, and you can only make one choice. The light in your hand flickers once more. What do you choose, Rael?
Choose the first one.
You put it on the altar knowing that your friends might die in the process, but you watch as the light takes hold and suddenly the sky bursts into a glorious dawn, and you can see down below you your friends fighting back the darkness. And everything fades until it turns to light. And you watch as someone walks from behind you to in front of you, a human woman, a lute upon her back, and a familiar set of purple leathers. Her smile is knowing, sweet, and heartbreaking. She offers her arms open wide to embrace you.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I will hug her.
She pulls you in, and her voice is as sweet as her smile. Sometimes we have to sacrifice our own happiness to help others. Doesn't mean we can't be joyful and make our own happiness as we fight to protect others, and sometimes we are forced to make a choice. Tough choices. But as we walk a tough path, our song lights up the world and lifts spirits. This is our story. We will make it echo through the ages. We will be the light that beats back this darkness.
Absolutely. And hey, maybe at least if one of us makes it out, then everyone will know.
She smiles. As we return to you, Corin.
Hi, my name's Corin.
Welcome to Jackass.
You point forward. Your hand is frozen in time as you go to swing to make the choice to Gregor. And you feel tears well up in your eyes, and you are paralyzed as you start to cry. And you watch as a half-elven woman stands before you, her hands slowly clasping around your outstretched one. Would you be so eager to destroy innocence and purity in this world for a chance to strike at evil? Is this truly what you want, Corin Gladstone? A life of vengeance over a life of protecting those who need it most.
I drop my hand, look over at her, and then walk up to Eowyn and pick her up, if I can.
You pick her up and she feels warm and light in your hands. And she holds on to you tight. And as she holds on, she turns to light, and you watch as she fades into your chest. As the half-elven woman walks over and smiles at you. Around her neck is the holy symbol that's around yours. At her side, the mace you carry. She looks so tired, but so fiercely proud of you. As she reaches up and taps the holy symbol. Sometimes we have to keep that spark of good in the world, or else why do we fight so hard? Defeating evil at the cost of the good and the pure is no way to fight. We carry the light, Corin Gladstone. It's our job to carry it. And it's hard when faced with darkness, but sometimes it's more important to carry that spark forward than it is to squash the darkness.
I'll never forget this. We swear.
You watch as tears well up in her eyes. She just places her hand on your chest. You've walked a dark path, Corin Gladstone. But there's a reason why Pelor has chosen you as his champion. I'm so proud of you. May his light ever guide your steps.
It always has, and may he guide yours.
As one by one by one, you all come out of this darkness and into this room made of white light. As you all see each other, the last one out is Corin, as you are still paralyzed for a moment more before it releases. And you all see each other once again, having made it through the trials. And there's a moment before, one by one, you see these people that you saw in your trial appear before you, all but the Guardian.
The Guardian's alive.
And they stand before you, smiling. So proud of you all.
I take it we passed your test.
You watch the familiar form of Raidon, and he nods. You all passed. We knew you would.
About the
What's
rest
next?
Oh, well, yes. That. The rest of the seals, how many are there?
To be honest, you watch as Avita speaks up. You were supposed to go through all of this over the course of so many archways, so many trials. But what Demorial has done has left us with this and this alone. We had to pull strength here in one final test. A test of heart, of will, of soul, of spirit. A test of light to see what you all would choose when given the chance. And you all did not disappoint.
Will you be able to stop Demoriel if she tries to come any further?
No. I don't think we can. We're not... You listen to Raidon as he kind of shifts from one step to the other, and he goes, "We were never meant to be more than a deterrent, but she has been forceful in the way she has destroyed the other archways. We've put so much, and we've only put a fraction of ourselves in here. If we had sacrificed ourselves to put our spirit in here, maybe, but we will try as much as we can."
Then show us the way.
At this point, you watch the gruff dwarf of kind of just pick up these massive gauntlet hands and just rub his nose that seems to have been broken about 6 million times and never put back right once.
Big old potato nose.
Big old potato nose, boxer ears.
It's like upside down.
Like Mr. Potato Head?
Sorry.
He goes, "To be quite honest, you're just about at your goal. There's no need to lead you any further. We just wanted to thank you all for doing this, for going forward to do what we couldn't do."
I only have one simple question. Did you make a pact with that fucking demon?
You watch Aralai's face grow dark, and she reaches for her mace. "No. He tempted us. He tried to, at least. But no, we never made a pact with him."
I knew it.
The shadows lie. What a
As
surprise.
surprising nobody, Balberith was lying.
He's good at that. But I would tell you this, be careful. He is a lot more powerful than he looks.
To be fair, he did almost kill us.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah,
Well aware.
there's a lot of false bravado going on when he's around. Actually,
I'm not surprised. He managed to elude our grasp. He wasn't important at the time. We had to defeat Balamon. We had to finish it. The cost was so high. We didn't have any other choice.
I think we understand.
Ah! Just doesn't exactly.
And you watch as tears fall from Aralai's eyes, falling and hitting her breastplate
I walk
as
up. Oh, can I walk up to her?
Yeah.
And like take a tear off of her cheek and just be like, "The light ends the cycle. Now. Your sacrifice will not be in vain. This ends. Now, we give time back to this world."
You watch as Daelin, who bears the shield that Talmar has, nods. He goes, "I am so sorry that we put this on your shoulders, that we could not finish what we started, and instead enabled a cycle that has pulled you all into it. This was our fight."
We do what we think we must. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. As we will do the same, whether it works or doesn't. We will try, and we'll give our all, and all of ourselves.
That is all that we can do.
the darkness shall never overcome the light.
Avita smiles. Night holds no sway. It ends, and the dawn comes. I'm sorry we had to put you through so much. But demons don't know anything about sacrifice, about love. I'm sorry for what we put you through in order to get you here.
I'll be honest, we've been through probably a lot worse. I don't know what you guys' things were, but it sucked, but we still had some terrible times.
What we've experienced has made us who we are. The spear that will destroy Balamon.
The light
We are who
will
we
break
need
the
to be.
dark.
And we are who our experiences made us.
When I return to Geist after all this is over, I'll be sure to give the Guardian your regards.
At that, you watch Aralai, the cleric of Palor, tear up a bit and nod. Thank you, and could you tell him I'm sorry?
I just nod.
She nods back. And you watch as Redan sort of nods to you all. You are more than any of us could have hoped for. And we are so proud of you, as odd as that seems, for coming this far, for overcoming so much, for fighting on when it seemed impossible. And here you are, here you stand, tall. Walk tall, my friends.
Yeah, we're pretty great.
Shut up, Corin. We don't have time.
Can I give Slap Corin, please?
As you guys watch as they all give you one last bow, and they thank you each in turn, raising up their weapons, you in sort of a salute,
I raise mine.
and in unison they say, "Walk tall, dawn's graces, and bring the light." As everything fades around you, as one last whisper, one last sigh, and the echoes of who these people were fade from this world. Their voices echoing out one last time before being silenced. As you guys find yourselves are in a different place than you were when you started. You're not at the archway that you walk through. This one seems different. This one is bigger, grander. The runes and sigils on it more powerful than before. And you watch as the magic starts to fade as you all find yourselves once again in the Temple of the First Light.
Are we down below still, or?
You seem to be still in the temple, but you're at a different archway, which is interesting.
Does it seem to be remarkable in any way?
It seems about twice as big and twice as more powerful as the other ones that you've seen.
This means we're ahead of Demorio, obviously.
Oh, yes.
For now.
For now.
For now.
My only question is, where was she if she wasn't here trying to break the...
My point
Archway.
exactly.
Shit.
Sure, something sinister.
Another question that sort of popped in my mind when we were talking to the light. What if we're underestimating Balaam or Bolbereth?
How so?
This is just straight conjecture. Might not even be true. What if he's linked with Balamon?
What, like an avatar kind of thing?
Or a part? Something that Balamon could seep out?
Literally his shadow.
Good fuck.
Let's not jump down crazy theories. Sometimes a crazy theory is really good. We had this guy that worked for us. He had crazy hair. He's always talking about aliens.
Oh,
Murder God.
sure. Murder God.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
But I'm just saying, I think we should deal with him. I might have underestimated him.
I think we all might have.
I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say this to you, Professor, but do we have time?
I'm just saying, we should keep that in our minds.
I would not like him to show up while we're fighting Demonia.
Or Balamon.
Worse.
Right.
The only
Also,
problem
I seem
with
to have
that
found
is-
this note on the floor. Just...
It's in some strange language, Professor.
Yes.
I can't read it.
Oh, no, it says, I fucking love Snickets.
What does that mean?
I don't know. But anyway,
What's a snicket?
something amazing,
What's
probably.
I don't
Taters.
know. It
Sounds-
sounds like something delicious to me.
Like a sweet candy or something.
Indeed.
Oh dear. Look what I've started. Anyway, so back to the game at hand. I mean,
The game's afoot.
I've never
Oh,
gotten a
God.
chance to say that. One day, perhaps. Maybe in a different lifetime.
Wait, whose foot is the game on? I'm confused.
No, Conan, I don't want to do this with you right now. We don't have time. Sorry, I did not mean to derail that. I just really love what just happened in this game, and I love you, Stick. Okay.
Oh!
Oh, me too.
Hard
I would-
agree.
I would like to get back into Roll 20.
Oh no!
Roll 20, why?
This is being a dickbag.
What a surprise!
I love you guys.
We just go further. Everyone is with that plan. I don't know
I
what to
don't
do
think-
about Demoria. She's going to break through eventually.
I
We
don't
need to see
think
what
there's
we're
a
dealing.
going back now.
Well, no, I don't.
No.
Let's get a taste of what we're dealing with. Let's see this Ender of Worlds.
Let's do what we need to do.
I need you guys to roll perception for me.
Oh, God.
I'm
No,
gonna
report
roll a
dice.
perception.
Great. I'm gonna use Rail's die.
I'm just letting you know that I'm trying to
fuck.
get back into Roll 20 right now. I can't really
Oh.
seem to get Chrome to work.
I rolled
So,
a 12.
Great. My,
I have-
my dice hate me.
Talmar.
That one time. All right.
Giggity.
I rolled a 29.
He's still, his
An
eyes
11.
are still.
I am
Yes.
waiting for roll 20 to give me my sheet because it's being an asshole.
I got a 19.
His eyes are still sweating from having to try to save his village and being a child.
Eyes sweating.
Shut up! I just have something in both of my eyes.
Jeez.
And sobbing uncontrollably.
Are you fucking shitting me right now?
No.
But
I mean,
Really, roll 20?
I love you. Smart ass.
I'm the best.
No, I can't roll. I can't load roll 20 for some fucking reason.
Okay. 25.
Okay. So, you guys, are you walking through this last archway?
I
They're
think
not, I am.
Wait, what were you gonna say, Connor? I grabbed Talmar by the collar of his armor.
it's the best bet at this point. We can't go chasing shadows. Balbereth shows up when he likes, when he pleases.
I mean, who's to say he
Can't
can,
believe
he
this,
can
but I
come
agree
down
with
here?
Paul. I agree with Connor 100%.
Wait, hold on. I think the professor might be onto something because he did offer us a deal.
I'm just saying, if we defeat this and we survive, we can't
We're
let
gonna
him
have
live.
to deal with him.
No,
Agreed.
I completely agree with that. We hunt the bastard to the end of the earth. I don't
Or
want
if he
any of
shows
us
up,
to go
we
out.
deal with him. We just, not a word is spoken. We just,
He does not leave.
Wait, Professor, are you suggesting we do this the Talrenian way?
I believe, Connor, that the only true way from here on out is the Talrenian way. Yes.
Destroy everything.
Just don't expect me. Why are you all singing Hallelujah? Shut up.
Just rude to talk to the Lightbringers that way, Professor.
Just don't. They came back really quick just to do that. Just don't expect me to be kicking down any doors. But you say the word, and I will throw every ounce of arcane magic I have at anything. Without question.
Alright. I'm ready.
Talrenian way, or bust.
Sounds good, Professor.
Have I mentioned lately that I love you guys?
I don't believe that I would ever have said those words in my lifetime if it weren't for you, idiots. I love you all.
We love you too, Professor.
I don't know, I'm pretty great.
Me too, Talmar.
High five.
High five.
The saviors of the world.
It's certainly saviors of something. Right. Let's go to work.
Let's cross this archway.
Anyone else want to get in a quick one-liner before we go?
1 second.
I swear I had something.
Let's do this.
Connor Blackmore!
Oh, no. For Old Man Jenkins!
Yes. There we go. That's perfect.
Stick to the plan, stick to the plan!
Fuck you all. At least I got chicken. I still have the Roll20 loading.
Oh my god, roll 20.
Roll 20. Why? Why you do this?
I mean, I'm gonna have to ask for Kyle to.
Well, that's a bad idea.
That is a bad idea, dumbass.
Oh, shit.
Does Kyle have to relinquish the PC?
No,
If you need me to.
no, I mean, it's fine. I've set the music up, and I don't really foresee needing a scene change right now.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's stuck at 13. This is fine. So, Roll20 is an esports ready product.
Speaking of esports ready.
Yeah. So, are you guys walking through the archway?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We passed you save here. You cannot return to this point unless you.
That's not true. Remember, I have a word of recall.
Respawning is restricted. It's fine.
Dark zone.
You get a little menu that pops up that says, "Are you sure you want to continue?" Because the end game starts from here on out, and there's no stopping.
We're on disc 6, guys.
Yep. You guys are about to hit endgame in Mass Effect 3. There's no turning back. You get to sleep with your lovers one last time before starting endgame. I mean, what?
Alright, Aaron, dear, let's go.
Oh.
Really? I expected Talmar and Aaron.
You had one job now, Aaron dear. One job.
Keck.
Arendir looks to Talmar and Corin, and then we pan to the fireplace.
As the great bard Kenneth G plays in the background.
I take out a book.
As he starts sketching.
Draw me like your French elves.
Draw me like your Magic France elves.
Oh my god.
Like your Ducassian
Those
elves.
sketches will not be in Rael's book.
It's all like Burt Reynolds on the
On the bear road.
Alright,
yeah.
now I
If I
require
had
this.
artistic ability.
Oh man. So you guys walk through the archway as you all turn to watch as whatever magic is left in it flickers and fades, and there's nothing left but a stone archway.
Oh, I've got a very bad feeling about this.
I've got a bad feeling about everything.
Maybe that's the archway we came through?
I've had a bad feeling for
Nope.
about 2 years. Funny enough.
Right?
Yeah.
It's been this
Since I met all of you.
I was about to say.
Maybe you
But
just... Go ahead, Snicket.
No, go ahead.
I mean, you're stuck in a mirror before you met us. So.
It's true.
Yes.
Maybe
You
you just
improved your life.
maybe
And
you
I
just
might
need more
still-
fiber, Professor.
We can put you back if that's what you want.
Can I roll sleight of hand to take liquor from Aaron Deere?
I
You
mean,
can fucking try.
I was literally gonna say, you can try.
Okay. I'm using DM inspiration and mage
Joke's
hand.
on you. Aaron Deere's got true sight when it comes to liquor senses.
Wow, I just-
My favorite enemy. Liquor. Holy shit!
Holy fuck!
You rolled a nat 20. I'm too focused on Corin and Talmar. You get a bottle away.
What? You roll a fucking nat 20? That is such bullshit!
I can always roll good on ridiculous story.
Wait, it's not the special one that we're saving, is it? Because I think that's in a different bag.
That's up to Snicket.
I gave that one to my mother and father to hold until I get back.
Dope. Okay, good.
So don't
No, it's
worry,
not
I
the
have a
special.
special one in my bag.
Yeah, you guys have a multitude of
Aaron
liquor
Deere's
bottles from
basically
a
a
multitude
quiver
of places.
and a liquor cabinet.
You probably took the fancy one from Dinah.
Oh, Dinah.
Hmm.
We'll be
That's
back
like
there
Queen's Cross,
eventually.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Queen's
Did
Cross.
we walk through the archway yet? Have we made it that far?
We did.
Yeah,
we walked
guys,
through the archway and the magic faded.
I can't
The
get
magic
Roll20
faded.
to open for me.
Right. Got it. No, that's okay.
What's you bitch?
Yeah, it's being a complete and utter douche
You need
nozzle.
assistance.
Yeah, that would be lovely if you make Roll20 work. Thank you.
Okay.
No, it's not, babe. It's just Roll20 because every other website's loading for me. I appreciate the zeal, but
I can fix things.
I can fix it. So you guys notice as the runes fade, you all start to walk forward. I'm really sad because I can't hear the music now. Fuck. Been robbed. And it curves. The curve here is far more gentler than the curve of the hallway you've seen before. Please remind me, since I no longer have Roll20, what your perception scores were.
I have
11.
that one.
12.
25.
12. Why do I
Wait,
feel
what are we doing?
Star runner?
The
The perception
The
we rolled
perception.
earlier.
Oh, mine was 19.
Natural one.
And Aaron Deere had a 29.
Yes. That is correct.
All right.
That is
Aaron, you're the first. You're the first one to notice. You hear almost like what sounds like a whisper coming from behind you all.
Motherfucker.
And then Rael and Corin, you hear it too. Almost as if there's a breeze or a whisper coming from behind you.
Can we make out if it's words or?
Mm-mm.
Aaron,
It's-
do you... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go
Uh,
ahead.
I was gonna say he probably, once he would think he isn't sure he hears it, but then sees like Rael like react to it also. He'd probably wheel around with with an arrow drawn, and look behind him, since he's so spooked.
So you all notice Aaron Deere just
Punch
spin
an
on
arrow
his
in my
heel.
face.
Yeah, pretty much. Something's behind us.
Yeah, I hear it.
I turn.
Do we like just see the curve of the hallway? Sorry.
All
How
you
close is it in here?
Yeah, all you guys see are the curve of the hallway. You see roughly
Lay down.
just almost
Go lay down.
you still see the archway, but that's about it. That's where the curve sort of
Lay down.
hits it hard enough where you can't see beyond it.
Go. Lay down.
What does Connor have in his
How
bag?
bright is
Stop.
it in here?
It's kind of dim. There are crystals and they're softly glowing. It's not bright light, but it is kind of dim in here.
So we don't see the source of the whispering.
Not right now, no.
But there are shadows.
Oh, there's always shadows in here.
Shadows gather.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull my sword and start humming quietly, which should set it alight.
Yep, it starts to glow, and you watch as your little section of hallway sort of comes into sharper relief and casts harsher shadows just outside of this ring of light that you caused.
If they're following us, we should beat them to the chamber. We should just run.
Right.
All right. Connor just starts taking up down the hallway.
As you start running, you hear an echo of a laugh.
Fuck you. We'll deal with you in time.
Please tell me you actually call that out. Back to
He does.
Yes.
That's awesome.
You all hear and feel this giant, thunderous, loud crack of stone.
That's not good.
Which direction?
Not good, not good, not good.
Behind you.
It's the last archway.
Yeah.
That's the arch for the last archway. So,
She was waiting for
Next.
us.
Go.
we going or we fighting?
Be quiet, Snake. We're making this.
That's not me, that's Balberith. He is laughing at you all. Running away again. Oh, how sad. Are you afraid of me that much?
Oh,
Don't flatter yourself.
You ran last time, and all I did was throw a puppet at you. I even killed the puppet, well, I made him kill himself. Oh, the look on her face was so precious when she saw her brother die. I live for such things.
Demons are so boring. The same tactics
Really?
every time.
Seriously, I agree.
Face us, or be a coward in the shadows. I'm tired of you.
One trick sadist.
You all talk big for people who ran with tails between your legs. You couldn't even save one man from me, but yet here you are, mocking me as a coward. That's fine, you can run ahead. Go on. 'Cause let me tell you what, when you're done facing what's down there waiting for you, I'll be right here.
So that we can kill you. All right, great. That sounds perfect. All right, guys, let's keep going then.
Did you kill me last time? No. I believe I almost killed you all last time.
I mean, if you're stronger than Timorio, why are you taking
Who says I'm taking orders from Demarion?
the fact that you ran like a little bitch when...
All right, guys, let's stop talking to him. Let's just keep going. We got stuff to do.
There's another boom.
He's
As
trying to. Yeah, let's just keep going.
he cackles, he's like, "You think that's me? That's adorable. That's not me."
Yeah, because if it was you, you'd be fighting.
I am ignoring the voice, and I keep going.
As you guys go forward, Rael and Professor, with your passive perception, you keep seeing faces on the wall in the shadows.
Is it within smacking distance?
Are you going to try to smack at the shadows?
We don't have time for this.
We're getting close. We need to know what we're facing.
They're trying to slow us down.
We know what's behind us. We don't know what's in front of us.
Professor, I have a stupid idea.
Oh, please, all ears.
Do tell.
Why don't we send a little transcription paper to our friends outside and see if we can't keep this asshole behind us busy?
Let's talk as we go. Tell me what you want to write.
Well, the last time I checked, there was a very, very angry dragon wanting some revenge.
Oh yes. Dearest Zinna.
Absolutely.
Dearest Cinnabon.
Oh my god, that's so perfect!
Mm-hmm.
Dearest Zinna. Would you like to unleash the fires of Dragon Hell and redeem your father's life? Boy, do I have an opportunity for you.
You fucking nerds.
What is this pitch?
While Bereth is here, we need a distraction. Burn the motherfucker to the ground. Zoop.
Is that
Yeah,
what
she'll
the fucking
like that.
telescription sounds like?
As you release the telescription paper, expecting it to pop
It
out of your
doesn't zoop.
hand,
I knew this was gonna happen.
it flutters right to the ground.
Well, see, that's what I was afraid of, Connor.
Well, fuck.
Can I...
Good idea too.
No, yes, totally a great idea. Why do you think I was so flourished with my words? Wasn't sure it was going to work.
She's a little bit busy anyway.
Oh. Good. Still
I don't
here.
care what you have to say. You're a proven liar anyway. So, fuck you. And I'm
You
done
wish.
listening to him.
Whoever hurt
His
you,
laughter-
Belbereth, I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
I have literally nothing is not working on my laptop. And no, you're not coming over here to try to fix it while I'm in the middle of
Did you
the.
start?
I could try, but I don't want
Probably Windows 10 being a master.
to.
Do you want to take a quick? Do you want to take a little quick break, or do we want to just?
Break can happen now.
I know it's super late for people, and I don't want to keep you guys up for too terribly much longer.
Well, this is coming from the guy that got to get up at 3 a.m. I'm fine with playing as late as we want to play. I took a nice long ass nap.
Oh shit.
All right, well, that's,
I'm good to go too.
all right.
I'm
Mike.
fine.
I'm fine with going till midnight. If that's.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
not. I don't think we're gonna go that much longer. I'm just, this might tack on like an extra 10 minutes as I reboot this son of a
Oh,
bitch.
that's nothing.
Oh
That's
man,
not-
10 minutes. I don't know if I can spare it.
Oh, man.
That's enough time to water some parsnips, Snicket. God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hit pause, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Yeah.
Local recording. Womp womp.
Not even.
Welcome.
Nope.
Welcome back. So yeah, you guys are now running forward, ignoring the taunting and ignoring the giant booms coming behind you.
I believe that's
Correct.
what we decided we were doing.
Seems wise.
We should have taken a break to talk about that, but instead we were joking around like a bunch of assholes.
Well, sometimes
Like
you
we
joke
do.
around like an asshole. Sometimes you.
Well, I think we'd decide the fact is that if he's going, if we go further down,
If he confronts
figure out-
us, we fight him. But he's not confronting us. He's fucking messing.
He's trying to,
with us.
in my mind, he's trying to stop us from getting there.
exactly, he's trying to buy time for
Lost it.
Demorial to get past us.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
we just go.
We just go.
If we have to fight them all at once, we have to fight them all at once.
If someone starts trying to instigate shit with us, I don't believe. We just go.
Who would want to fuck with us?
Ties with him. A bunch of this.
I mean, Arendir's not wrong.
Yeah.
Make sure they put that on our statues.
Scruffy died as he lived.
I will
With
write
a
it down.
Someone said something scathing to Balbareth before we had technical issues. Who was that again?
I think that was
I
most
don't
of us.
remember. I think we were all mostly talking shit.
Oh, I think that was wasn't Ryle gonna smack one of the shadows?
Yeah, I thought about
she was
it,
thinking about it.
but
Do you actually do it?
I've got a better idea. Still got my sword in my hand. I'm gonna just start singing a note under my breath a little bit just to get it to glow and just wave it over there instead. Just to disperse the shadows.
As you disperse the shadows, you watch them move and undulate over the wall and join a collection of shadows that's forming behind you all.
Yeah, fuck you.
We keep going.
Come on.
Stay ahead of the shadows.
What'd you say, Dustin?
I said keep going. Stay ahead of the shadows.
Are the shadows? Is the mass following us, gaining on us?
It seems to be keeping at a clip pace. It seems to be right at your heels.
I mean, I
That's
can,
what
put, a wall,
follows you.
I can put a wall of light up if we want to do that.
Must go faster.
Thought we must go faster. Connor starts running.
Oh, I don't run well.
Oh,
I'm old.
are you going to leave some of them behind, O King?
Oh my god, seriously.
You know what's gonna happen is because I know the professor's old. I'm gonna just kind of throw him over my shoulder and just.
Oh, sack of potatoes.
Fireman carry.
Man, I could summon Bucky if it didn't take 10 minutes to do that. That'd be much better.
No, we
Bucky
don't have
jump
time.
through the arches.
I'm not listening to your fucking lies any longer.
If I'm over Connor's shoulder, I'm just gonna keep a lookout behind us. Be prepared
You
for
watch
things.
as the shadows completely disappear. They sink into the floor and they're gone.
Well, good.
I mean, I could do something crazy and turn us all into birds and we can go a lot faster, but, rather not.
As you guys run around a corner, you watch as you see a complete and utter static wall of pitch darkness.
Fuck you.
Okay, fuck this shit. I'm gonna load a level 3 smite onto my sword, and I'm going to hit the wall of darkness.
You can't magic me through that to darkness.
You guys joked about wanting to fight
I'm
the
not
darkness.
joking about that. I'm actually doing it. I'm rolling an attack roll.
Oh fuck.
Do it.
And that is how Talmor died.
As I roll an attack.
Oh my god!
If there could ever
yeah,
be
good
on
job.
brand Talmar, Kyle does a really good
I
job.
apparently can't hit a static giant object.
You are running and you swing your moonlight blade out, wanting to just strike at this asshole who's been taunting you the entire time. And you watch as tendrils of darkness reach out and grab your blade and start pulling it in, and you see this face start to come from the wall and get within an inch of yours and goes, "Little boy with his little toys, playing the hero. Go on, boy. Hit me."
I'm gonna try to rip the sword out of his grasp and try.
Roll strength.
So while
I'm good at.
I would say while he's doing this, kind of I'm gonna set the professor down and just charge and swing.
You don't get the sword back. As you struggle, it feels as if there is an entire weight to it that you just can't seemingly pull through. At the very end, he lets go. I need you to roll a dex save for me.
Man, what a prick. As I fall on my ass, probably.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
You manage to take your sword and you use the momentum to swing it in an arc and come back into a fighting stance.
That's not.
So what were you doing, Connor?
I'm gonna set the professor down, and as Talmor's struggling to get his sword back, I'm gonna swing.
Okay, roll an attack for me, please.
Why not? Reckless, great weapon master.
That's what I did too. So.
Natural 20.
Okay.
So, I don't have the right dice. I'm so smart. It's 2d8, Charles, not d12. There's a D8. And
No, and then.
no, I did. That's 12. That becomes 24 plus the 19 is 43.
Okay. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Rude. How
I
rude.
don't think you're good at that.
He's a rude ass motherfucker.
I'm actually not that bad at it. It's not a wisdom saving throw.
That's fair.
I'm gonna burn a Deep Inspiration.
Huh?
Oh, you're within 30 feet of me. Go, you get +5.
Sweet.
It's fine.
I now need to bring everything back up now that everything's working again.
Well, that is a natural 19 plus the 7, thanks to Talmar, is a 26.
Nice.
I need to see if that succeeds.
That's terrifying.
That's not good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you not aware that you were fighting a very powerful demon lord?
Yes.
No!
Quite aware.
I thought it was a pushover.
I thought he was gonna be a little shit.
Wow, it's fucking super
I
windy.
thought he was all talk.
Nope.
Of course he's not all talk. We fought him once.
We were weakened.
You were missing me as well.
You fought a thrall.
Oh,
You didn't
God.
fight him.
No, yeah, exactly.
After we were already weakened.
We're missing Alex tonight, so that's.
What were we weakened
Oh.
by?
We had a fight before.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
just fought the hag.
Oh,
We had
right.
less.
We had less. Okay, that's right.
So you rolled a 26?
Yeah.
You just make it.
Well, fuck.
Okay, not just make it, but it's not nearly as big of a
That's fucked up, Sick.
save as you would like.
You're like, oh, well, the DC was 15. No, the DC's like 24, Charles.
Yeah,
pretty
no,
close.
that's a high DC. So you're going to take only half of this damage.
Oh, God.
So we like in combat right now. Like, what the fuck's happening?
You guys stroke. There's an attack. There's going to be a response,
Oh shit.
and then we'll see.
Okay.
So you take half of this damage.
Just not touch. It's
So you take. I need a calculator. Fuck. Odd numbers. Okay.
No, this makes me scared of how much damage it is.
I have dyscalculia.
No, I'm not laughing at
I'm
that.
sorry.
Honey, that's not what I'm laughing at.
Making fun of my disability.
No, I'm making fun of the fact that we're about to be killed because
You're not gonna die. You take 26 points of psychic damage.
That's not that bad.
See?
That was as bad.
At that point, there's a sharp piercing in your brain, and for a second, you feel your body seize up.
Fuck you and your stupid paralysis. Suck a dick.
And you force yourself out of it, but blood starts to run out of your nose as you watch the wall shift into this towering form that has to bend down to look at you all. Ooh, that tingle.
Oh, I've had my fill of this. Fuck. I'm gonna, like... Sorry.
No, yeah. As soon as I got back in my stance, I'm ready to charge and hit him again.
What's up? We gonna look at the rest of the group? Like, I think the time's now.
Okay, so we're doing this.
I wanted to have a friendly little chat, but you want to fight. So be it.
You are keeping us from our goal. Yes.
There will be no deals with the darkness this time.
Oh.
There wasn't deals the first time.
Oh, that's right, there wasn't.
No, there wasn't.
Oh man, I'm probably gonna regret this, but I draw the arrow of demon slaying that I bought fucking 2 years ago,
Shit.
and
Oh shit!
I just shoot it at Valbarath.
That is so hot.
That's gonna be a
With
lot
DM
of
inspirations.
Yes, I will definitely use a demon inspiration.
So I love you guys. This is the last free attack you guys are getting before I will have you all roll initiative.
Oh yeah, I was planning. I thought that was what we were doing. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I thought we were rolling initiative.
I will. We could. Oh, that will be my first attack. If you'd rather have us roll initiative first.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you do this attack, and it's probably going to be what ends the session tonight because it's way too late to start combat now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can I wait, Professor? You have temp HP, right? 20.
Yeah,
Should
I'm
have.
all good. I'm all good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So roll that attack, Aaron dear.
Okay. In Infernal, I say "fuck off and die," and I release the arrow.
Ooh, that's fucking beautiful.
Sploosh.
God damn it! I rolled a 19. Ugh.
Ah.
Well, I think for your hotness, your crit range has been increased to 19 to 20.
That's a 34 to hit.
Oh my fucking god.
You broken ass motherfuckers, you roll damage. I love you all so much. I'm so
okay.
excited for this.
God, I love Rangers.
I'm so erect that there's a tear in my pants.
I have a bottom zipper. I can accomplish that with these onesies. I tell you.
I wish they would do that with all of these onesies.
There's a great Cards Against Humanity card. That's when you get so angry that you pop a boner.
That's 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And he must roll a DC 17 con save.
Wow.
Sure, he's got
Oh,
that.
he's...
Please, God, roll a natural one. I love you, Snicket, but
I'm sure he'll legendary save.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
I didn't
come
think of
on now.
You got like a 30.
No, this motherfucker has no legendary resistances, no legendary actions, no layer actions, none of
He's
that.
only got a +1 to con. Weird.
No, he makes that.
Aw, okay. That would have been cool though.
What happens if he
Oh,
does
does
it?
it not have a half?
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know. All I have written down is DC 17 con save or take 60-10 extra damage. So I don't know.
It'll do half
That's
damage.
Snicket's call. Okay.
It'll do half damage. Okay, so...
Otherwise, they're pretty.
Oh man, I want to play this, but I also don't want to get DCMA'd by YouTube. So I'll wait until after it's done. Okay, so, yeah, no, roll that 60-10 damage and give me the halvesies.
That is 32. Oh, well, halved, sorry. So
16.
16. 16
Ooh.
additional points.
Okay, so you, as he's taunting you all, you take the bead, you take out this arrow you've been carrying with you for a while, and you unleash it, and you watch as it hits him right around the stomach area, and it sinks in, and you watch as this long arm with these thin, twisted, gnarled fingers just comes off and snaps the end off and goes, "Well, that was rude. Well, if you want to fight, I shall oblige you." And I don't know if you guys want to roll initiative now. We'll carry it on to next week, or if you want to roll initiative starting next week.
Oh, I like the dramatic of rolling initiative now, so that we get super worried
Yeah.
about everything.
I want to see the battle map.
I don't have the battle map ready.
Shenanigans.
Then I can't roll initiative.
Oh.
Well, I can't.
Okay, you know what? I will take you guys to the old battle map. I think this is the old one.
Yeah.
How much is that? Oh, fuck yes!
That's gotta be the best initiative you've ever rolled.
That's
That's
pretty good.
pretty
That's
damn
pretty
good, actually.
Jesus, you're never higher than me.
Literally.
I was about to say literally, like, almost in any case.
What the living fuck is going on right now? Cool.
I can't add tokens to the turn order.
Hold on. There we go. And the professor got 20. Two.
Balmerith is definitely the most annoying demon we've come across.
Oh, yes.
Oh
And
yeah.
Snicket plays him so well too.
He's,
I love her
he's such a
attitude.
smarmy.
He is so smarmy.
Yeah.
I hate him.
He's
That's
such a
gonna be
smarmy
really
dickhole.
satisfying kill.
I mean, him and Oberon. Oberon is also another smarmy asshole.
I love that word, schmarmy.
Yeah, it's
Smarmy.
a good word. It's a good.
Yeah.
It sounds like a foreign dish.
What'd you get, Rael?
You had some of my schmarm. So
Not
Shawarma. Is that what it is?
Smarmy.
Yeah, shawarma is a thing.
It's what
Good
they
time.
have at the end of the Avengers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What'd you get, Julie?
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I rolled really low.
who has a higher dex, Andy or Connor?
I've got a 20.
Me too. You can go first.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Connor, Arendir, Professor, Talmar, Corin, and Rael. So this is going to be the lineup for next week. So if you guys already want to start to plan what you guys want to do, I will roll for Ball Bareth at some point. Actually,
I mean,
I
you
don't
could
know.
roll him next week if you want.
Yeah.
It's not that big a deal.
yeah, he is definitely probably not going to beat a 29. So he,
as long as he
Rolling that
as long as he
19.
doesn't beat a 22, I'm fine.
I'm not enjoying the fact that we're gonna fight him in a tiny little hallway, but
he'll be guys fine.
Well,
So,
also, oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
We're about to fight him in a tiny little hallway that has Demoriel chasing us at the other end of the hallway. This will be great.
I do want to remind you that you do have the
Pearl of Long Rest.
Pearl of Long Rest.
And also,
Which
we
we're gonna need
have
after this fight.
Valentine on speed dial.
You do have Valentine on speed
Which
dial.
we're gonna save that for Baelmon if that's.
That's what I
Unless
think.
shit goes down, I'm pulling that fucker out.
No, yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys had fun. Hope you all enjoyed the trials.
Trials are awesome.
Yeah.
Why must you slay me so?
I do it because I love.
Yes.
So thank you guys, and I'm excited for next week. You guys are gonna throw it down and punch Balbearing's smarmy face in.
Yes, thanks for that positive outlook.
He's just like, fuck you, stop being so obnoxious. He's like, I can't help it, it's a character flaw.
Ladies and gentlemen who are
also-
watching,
Oh no, I'll deal with it afterwards. Go ahead.
I hope you enjoyed this, and if you followed my tweet and you haven't watched any other episode, this was definitely the episode you should have watched, just for the fun RP, because Snicket is amazing, and we all love
Yeah.
him. And as we get close to the end of this campaign, I just want to tell you how much of a joy it has been to be DM'd by Snicket.
Aww. Thank you guys.
Absolutely hard agree.
Thank you guys for being my players and telling this wonderful story with me. You guys are the best.
And we'll ignore Talmar's sex joke. Good night, Christina.
Good night.
Bye.
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 Bye.